Would you state your full name and spell your last name, please?
Michael Martin, Martin.
Thank you. You may inquire.
Thank you. May I approach first? Will you please state your name?
Michael Martin,
I'm sorry. How old are you?
17.
How old?
17.
17.
And if you could just speak up a little bit, it's hard for us to hear you, okay? Where do you go to school?
Big Sky High School.
How long have you gone there?
3 years. I'm a junior. 3 years.
Were you with Tristan Staber in the Deer Creek area on April 17th of this year?
Yes, I was.
Had you been up there prior to April 17th of this year?
No.
You had never been up there? How did you get up there that night?
Tristan's truck. He drove.
Why were you there?
Looking for open garages.
Looking for garages for what?
To go in and get stuff.
When you say looking for garages, were you looking for open or closed garages?
Open.
Did you find an open garage at 2607 Deer Creek Canyon?
Yes. Oh.
Had you ever been to that place before?
No.
And how did you come into the garage?
Walked through the garage door.
Just speak up just a little bit. I
Walked.
can't even hear you, okay?
Walked through the garage door.
And can you describe that garage for the jury, please?
There was a white car in there. There was a truck in front of the white car, and there was an SUV type of car.
Were all three of those vehicles in the garage?
No.
Where were they?
There was 2 outside of the garage and 1 inside.
Which one was inside of the garage?
A white car.
Was it dark in there?
Yeah.
How did you see?
A flashlight.
Would you have been able to see anything without the flashlight?
No.
What did you do when you got into the garage?
Looked around.
Did you find anything?
Yeah.
What did you find?
A jar of weed, a bong, a grinder, an iPhone, and alcohol.
What kind of alcohol?
Mike's Hard.
Did you also find a wallet?
In the truck, yes.
Thanks. May I approach?
Amen.
Handy, what's been marked States Exhibits 1 through 4? States Exhibit 1, is that the bong that you found?
Yes.
Thank you. Let's assume this is a layout of the garage. Now, you've already told us that those vehicles were not in there, right?
No.
Okay. So can you come up and show the jury where you found that bong? Speak up. You're not by the microphone.
was right there laying on the ground. The jar read was right there. And the iPhone was in the back of the car. And so was the grand.
What about the wallet? Was that truck unlocked? Did you try, you said that the truck was unlocked. Did you try to enter any of the other vehicles?
Yeah, the one that was beside it.
And what kind was that?
An SUV, I think.
Was that vehicle locked?
No,
What did you get out of there?
nothing.
You didn't get anything out of there.
Mm-mm.
You mentioned a wallet, the black wallet.
Yeah.
Will you please hold that up for the jury? And where in the truck did you find that?
I think in the middle of the seat.
Okay. The middle console?
Yeah.
Was there any money in that wallet?
No, there was a credit card.
Are you sure there was no money in that
I'm
wallet?
positive.
What did you do after you took those items?
I got back into the truck and we drove down the hill.
Drove down where?
Down to the gas station.
What did you do at the gas station?
We threw out everything that was in the wallet.
You're going to have to speak.
We threw out everything that was in the wallet.
You threw out everything that was in the wallet. Did you also get gas?
Yes, but not at that gas station.
Okay, which gas station did you go to where you got gas?
Ollie's on North Side
And how did you pay for that gas?
with the credit card.
Which credit card?
The one that we got out of the wallet.
Did you use that credit card for anything else?
Yes, we went to Wendy's.
You said there was a phone. Did that phone ever ring?
Yeah.
Did you answer it?
Yep.
What did the person calling say?
You better bring our stuff back. We're tracking the phone. And that's it, I think.
Did they ever threaten you?
No.
Were you scared after you received that phone call?
No.
You weren't. But what did you do after you hung up that phone?
Threw it out the window.
How many times did they call?
Once or twice.
Once or twice. Did they say the same thing both times?
We only answered it once.
You said that the SUV was unlocked, but you didn't find anything in there. Is that correct?
Correct.
What about a Coach purse or a wallet?
Nope. Just a wallet from the truck.
Did you find any cash anywhere else other than the wallet?
Nope.
So, when you brought this stuff out of the truck, did you give anything to Tristan?
I gave him everything except the bomb.
Did Tristan know what you were going to do before you went into the garage?
Yeah.
You said you kept the bomb. Is that right? I'm handing you what's been marked State's Exhibit 7. We've already stipulated to this judge. Is that the bong?
Correct.
And is that displayed as a picture on your phone?
Yeah.
And why did you take a picture of that bong?
To sell it.
Did you ultimately sell it?
Yeah.
Who did you sell it to?
A kid named Zach.
Do you remember Zach's last name?
I don't.
Did law enforcement officers ever contact you about this specific incident?
Like, what incident?
When you went into that garage and took the bong, the wallet, the phone,
Yeah, they showed up at my house.
do you recall when they showed up at your house?
2 weeks after it happened, 3 weeks.
Okay, about 2 or 3 weeks after? What did they say?
Asked if I knew why they were there, and then they took me down to the police station to interview me. And
did you go with them?
Yeah.
You provided an interview. Did they read you your Miranda rights before they questioned you?
Yes.
They did. And you understand what the Miranda rights are? You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. Did you understand all of that?
Yeah.
And you still agreed to talk with them? And what did you tell them about what you did on April 17th?
I told them everything.
You told them everything?
Yeah.
After you told them what you had done, did they do any follow-up investigation?
What?
Did they ever search your house?
Yes.
They had to get a search warrant before they did that, is that correct?
I'm not sure.
You just know your house was searched, is
Yeah.
that correct? And did you have another interview with the officers?
Nope.
Right. In your first and only interview that you had with the officers, did they show you some of the evidence they had collected?
No, they didn't.
Did they show you a receipt
Yes.
of the purchases you'd made?
Yeah.
Detective Sheila Moore also showed you a surveillance still.
Yep.
They asked you to get the bong, is that right?
Yeah.
You had to go back to Zach, try to get it back, and you got that back, is that
Yeah.
correct? And those receipts they showed you, that was for Ole's and Wendy's, correct?
Yes.
And that was the credit card that you had stolen. Was that what was used to pay for those things?
Yes.
After the officers completed their investigation, were you held accountable for your conduct that night?
What?
You're in youth court right now, is that correct?
Yeah, drug court.
Youth drug court. And the judge was notified about your offense, is that correct?
Yeah, I wasn't in drug court at the time.
Okay. And that's something that's being addressed. This criminal activity is being addressed, is that correct?
Yeah.
You said you've been at Big Sky High School for 3 years.
Yes.
Are you pretty familiar with the people that go to school there?
Some of them, yeah.
Do you know Zach Plasmier?
No.
Okay. This wasn't the Zach that you sold your bong to? What about Eric Nelson?
No. I went to middle school with him, but
Do you know him now?
no.
Have you ever been garage hopping with him before?
No.
Cade Branson? Cole Basher?
I know him, yeah.
You know Cole Basher?
Yeah.
Have you ever been garage hopping with Cole Basher before?
No.
Diren Dede?
No.
Robbie Pazmino?
No.
Dana Kowachek?
No.
Chance Mays?
No.
Casey McCampbell?
No.
Thank you. All right. I think we've already admitted states 1 through 7, but at this time I'll move for their admission again if they're not. Thank you. I have no further questions.
Cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Michael, do you remember when I met with you and we talked, I think it was last week, the week before?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
To talk a little bit louder, okay, so we can hear you.
All right.
You're feeling pretty nervous, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
I understand. Do you remember we talked a little bit about how dark the garage was
Yeah.
when you broke in that night, or went in that night on April 17th, 18th?
Yeah.
Remember that? I'm going to show you a picture and ask you if that looks like the way the garage looked to you when you broke in that night.
Okay.
Would it be fair to say that this is how dark the garage was before you put your cell phone backlight on?
Yeah, you could see the white car.
Minus the white car, but
Oh, yeah.
how dark it looked? Yes?
Yes.
Now, when you went in, because it was so dark, you used the little flashlight app on your phone, right?
Yes.
And you had that in front of you to kind of see where you were going inside, right?
Yeah.
Okay, talk a little bit louder. And at what point, or how did you describe to me when you eventually saw the bong?
Well, I walked up to the side of the white car, and I looked down, and the bong was right there.
So I think the way you had described it would be fair to say you basically walked up to it and almost felt it on your leg and then had to put the light on to make sure to
Yeah.
see what it was, right?
Well, I didn't really touch it. I just looked down to look around, and I seen it.
So even with your flashlight on your phone app, you didn't even see
No.
that bong we all saw pictures of until you kind of shined your light on, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
Now, you agreed, I think you had mentioned before, you had done this kind of activity, breaking into cars, breaking into garages,
Not garages, cars, yes.
cars mainly?
Yeah.
Okay. You had done it with Tristan Staber, right?
Yes.
You've done it several times before.
Mhm.
And Tristan's a little older than you, right?
Yeah.
How'd your dad feel about you hanging out with Tristan?
He didn't like it.
Yeah. Did you feel like Tristan was a bad influence in any way?
Yeah.
Now, you talked about being in drug court right now. I just want the jury to understand that you have to go to court every week, right?
Every Thursday, yes.
And you have to appear before Judge Larson for drug court, right?
Yep.
And he gives you a task list or things he wants to see you do for the week, right?
Yep.
Then you have to come back and talk with him again the next week, right?
Yep.
Does he know that you had to come and testify in this trial today?
He knew, but I don't know if he knew today.
But he knows that you're here, right?
Yeah.
And part of your contract is that you have to, in drug court, you have to tell the truth, right?
Mhm.
And the idea is that if you don't tell the truth, you don't get in big trouble, but you could go back to jail, right?
Yeah.
So you want to be pretty careful about what you say here today, right?
Mhm.
Now, you didn't know Diren Dede or Robbie Pasmino, right?
No.
And how long had you been going to Big Sky?
3 years.
But you were aware or you were familiar with some of the athletes that were attending school, right?
I seen him around school. That's about it.
But you didn't hang out with them.
No.
They weren't sort of your circle of friends.
Nope.
Now, did you tell me that Tristan had gone back to the school and told people that you guys had found some weed in the garage?
Some of his friends, yeah.
So Tristan told some of his friends. And having been in high school for a few years, would you agree that when you tell a few friends that there's some marijuana somewhere, word kind of gets around?
Yeah, but pretty sure he didn't tell no one where it was.
I'm not trying to get Tristan in any trouble here, okay? I understand you want to protect him, okay? I just want to know, do you agree that, and I think that what you said to me was, quote, you tell
Now,
somebody...
just a second. Do you have a recorded statement?
I gave them a copy, I gave them the page number I'm looking at.
Then refer to the
Your,
statement.
Your Honor, she's not allowed to read from it. She can hand it to him and have
No, I
it.
don't need instructions from you on it. And statement. If you're going to question about a statement, give them the statement.
I did, Your Honor, I wrote down the page number I was referring to.
I'm talking about the witness.
I did that. Tell the witness the page number. I'm sorry. Let me just rephrase. Michael, did you tell anybody at school about what you did that night?
Yeah, I told a couple of people.
And that's okay. I understand. And would you agree that you and Tristan aren't the only people doing this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah,
You would agree with that?
yeah.
Now, Tristan says he was driving. He was waiting in the car while you went into the house and the truck. Is that the way it happened?
Mm-mm.
Can you tell him how it really happened?
I was driving up there, and he was in the passenger seat, and I parked.
Excuse me, you've got to speak in.
I was driving up there, and he was in the passenger seat, and I got out to go in the garage, and once I reached back to the truck, I got back into the driver's seat and drove down to the gas station.
Who went into the truck in the driveway?
Me.
And you would agree that when you were driving away, somebody called the iPhone that you guys took, right?
Yes.
About that? And you would agree that they were, quote, they were pretty calm, they weren't yelling or anything, they just wanted you to bring the stuff back, right?
They're yelling.
Right. And,
Same objection, Judge.
your main concern... I'm sorry.
The judgment's overruled.
Your main concern is that you thought they were going to track the phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you were scared you'd get caught,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Michael, after this shooting happened, do you feel like you were responsible in some way?
In some way, yeah.
Can you explain to the jury why you felt like it was your fault?
I was the previous break-in. I'm the reason he was waiting for another person to come in.
So you feel guilty, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder why other people weren't charged with any burglaries?
No.
Ever thought about it?
No.
Did you ever break into Markus Kaarma's house before that night?
No.
Did you ever tell anybody you did?
Nope.
May I have one moment? I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Be direct.
You said Tristan told people that he had acquired some marijuana but he didn't specify from where, is that right?
Yes.
You went into the garage that night.
Yes.
Did you ever go into the house?
No.
Did you ever attempt to go into the house?
No.
Did you ever intend to harm anyone in the house?
No.
Were you armed?
No.
How many times did the owners of that iPhone call it?
Once or twice.
Once or twice? Thank you.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
And this was the state excuse.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may